Now the latest from the Scottsbluff Body and Paint Sports Desk. Scottsbluff Body and Paint, you're driving home our reputation.
Going a day early for the sports update for you today to get you set for some high-level hoops coming up in town. Cougar Palace, the location for this year's Region 9 men's postseason tournament starting tomorrow and running through Saturday night. The WNCC men have rattled off 11 straight wins. They're the #1 seed out of the South region. Billy Engel's team has earned the right to host this year's postseason tourney.
Yeah, and I think Mark Ryan just told me the other day, I think it's been maybe 12 years since Western Nebraska has hosted the Region 9 tournament, so great accomplishment for the guys on our roster, for them to come together and play, team basketball the way that they have for, this whole second semester, this whole conference season. Really, really happy for them, and love the format, of our conference being able to, have that as an attainable goal. All conference season. If you do what you're supposed to do, take it game by game, have a good conference season. Able to achieve first place. Getting to host that tournament, it's a pretty special deal.
For basketball fans here in the region, it's a great opportunity to watch some high-level competition. A total of 7 games over 3 days at Cougar Palace, starting off with a 4-game bonanza tomorrow with start times beginning at 1, then 3 o'clock, 5 p.m., and the Cougars have the late game tomorrow night at 7. They'll be tipping off against Northwest College.
Oh, that's right. The community out here is really supportive of us, but, spoiled with some high-level basketball with Scottsbluff High and, good basketball around the area. So I know a lot of fans around the area are going to be, excited just to see, watch the Gillette game, watch the Casper game, watch the Trinidad game. Going to be some really high-level basketball.
How about this 8-team field? Who's hot? Who's the top teams to keep an eye on?
All 8 teams are going to be tough outs at this point in the season. But Gillette's having a heck of a year. I think they're like 26-4 right now. Gillette's doing a really good job. Casper is the 2 seed in the North. They beat us in the first game of the season. They're a good opponent. And then Trinidad State, they're the 2 seed in the South. We split with them in conference season. That was our only conference loss. They're back-to-back Region 9 champions coming into this year. So I would say those are probably the heavy hitters. But right now, telling our guys, Thursday is championship day. Let's focus on Thursday.
Yeah, that opener tomorrow night against a Northwest team that finished 4-8 in regional play this year. The Cougars went 11-1 in Region 9 action. What's the scouting report from Coach Billy Engel?
They're tough. They're really well coached. They're really disciplined. They're very detailed. They're not going to beat themselves. They are going to, run that shot clock down to under 10 seconds and try to get a great look. They're going to pivot, head fake, score with 2 feet around the rim. They've got a couple kids that shoot it really well. They take care of the ball when they get full court press. So, we're going to have to find ways to just stay solid defensively. We're going to try to use our speed and athleticism as best we can to get the pace of the game up and make this an up and down game. But Northwest does a good job of not letting opponents do that. So, if we can't force a bunch of turnovers, we're going to have to stay solid in the half court, get stops, and create transition that way.
Of course, we'll have coverage coming up tomorrow night with Chuck Schwartz on KOLT starting at around 6:45, possibly or probably even maybe a little closer to 7 o'clock or even after the 7 o'clock hour for that late tip-off against Northwest. A long day with plenty of windshield time for Chuck tomorrow as he'll trek to Casper tomorrow morning as the WNCC women play Western Wyoming in a Region 9 quarterfinal. That game set to tip off at 12:30 in the afternoon. We'll start that broadcast with Chuck tomorrow at right around 12:15. Postseason time ramping up for the WNCC basketball teams, and we'll have coverage here on the Rural Radio Network. That is the latest today from right here at the Scottsbluff Body and Paint Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell.